You see all these poles?
Yeah.
They don't come from around here.
Awesome.
Those are lodgepole pines, and they're grown mainly in like the mountains. And look how straight they are. The trees, they grow pretty much straight up, and they don't have a lot of leaves on them or foliage on them, except for at the very top. So they're easy to cut down and haul away, and they're really sturdy. And the Indians used them not only for teepees, but for other structures as well. This is, what do you think this is?
A door.
You know what? In a real teepee, it would be. What would it be made of? What kind of animal?
Oh.
Not close. Buffalo, yeah.
Oh,
Buffalo. Hold on. Save questions for the end. Yeah, it would be made of buffalo. Why do you think it was made of buffalo? Yeah, that's right. Tons, millions of buffalo were around here a couple hundred years ago. And these teepees, well, they could be taken down really, really fast. And do you remember that one year we went and they took one down? It was like 2 minutes they took this teepee down. And why do you think they want to take a teepee down so fast?
So they can get their fur back.
So you're close.
You're close? Because they think it's buffalo?
Yeah, they're following the buffalo. Because the buffalo not only gave them, they used their hides for the teepee covering, they also used their furs to wrap around them to keep warm. They use their bones for tools. They use their horns to keep water and later on gunpowder in. Guess what? We have stomachs right inside us, and so do buffalo. And they have bladders inside, and guess what? Yeah, they took that out and they kept the water in the bladder of the buffalo. Yeah. Aren't you glad now we have camelbacks and stuff like, you know, water bottles to drink out of? Yeah. Pass the bladder, I'm thirsty. Right? Yeah. Okay, so they had to take these down fast because the buffaloes might move. The herds of buffalo. And they followed the buffalo. So they didn't have a permanent home. Like, we all have a house we live in. We all live near Baldwin. Yeah, well, they did not. They moved around from place to place. And these teepees could be taken down and dragged behind horses, and they could set them up quickly as well. And sometimes there's be hundreds of teepees, and it looks like a huge campground almost. How do you think they got the buffalo? How do you think they killed the buffalo? What do you think, Alex?
They used spears.
Maybe spears, yeah.
Bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow, yep.
Horses and bow and arrow.
Yeah, horses to chase them.
Blow darts. You can read like
Blow darts? That's going to take a huge blow dart to knock down a buffalo, but nice guess. Yeah. Okay, did you hear that? I don't think everyone heard that. Say it again.
That they could use some of the buffalo fur to get camouflage.
So they go right up next to it, they can hide underneath it. Okay. Alright, you know one way they got a lot of buffalo killed at one time is they would chase, using their horses, they would chase a big herd of buffalo, and they would chase them off of a cliff. Because when they fall over the cliff, it would kill them. Would they have to use any bows? No. Any arrows? Any spears? No. All they had to do was chase them off of a cliff, and buffalo would die from the impact, and they'd have a whole bunch of buffalo that they could use, and they would use every single part of the buffalo. They would not waste it at all. And that is the main reason why they have a teepee. Okay? This is not my teepee. Remember what I said? It belongs to a teacher over here. And she said that we could look at it. But remember, it is not ours. So we need to be very careful around it. We don't need to come up and put our hands all over it. Okay, you can touch it for a little bit, but just to feel it. This is just canvas. Okay? Be careful around the edges because they have the stakes in to where they keep the canvas down. Okay? You can look at the drawings on it. Looks like one of our class at one time did some drawings on it. Okay? And after you go in, let's have just about 4 or 5 of you in at a time. And then you can look around the area. Now there are some red, if you look back at that tree back there, there's some red flags. That means that it's poison ivy. Don't go near that. Okay? We have a little wooded area around this little pond. Don't go in the pond, okay? And be careful because some of these trees have thorns on them. They're hedge trees. And if you ever get scraped by a hedge thorn, it hurts.
I
Okay?
know. I got scraped by one. And I
Alright,
got
so,
these.
I'm okay with it if Mrs. Abel's okay with having you guys kind of explore this little area. Okay?
Yeah.
Do not go out of sight of the teepee. If you can't see the teepee, that means we can't see you. And if that happens, then we'll sit you down on the sidewalk. Okay? It is 9:10. What do you think, about 15 minutes spend here? 15, 20 minutes? You guys got a snack? Let me push it back a little bit.
Let's go in.
And sometimes this would be 2 Indian families in here at a time, maybe 3. So it could be pretty crowded. Look, this looks like a small teepee from the outside, but look how many of you can sit in here.
Yeah. And there's still a big